Who was your first fictional character crush? Jareth. The Goblin King. Dance Magic Dance had us all feeling things. Danny Phantom. I don't think I need to explain this one. Same. Zuko. He can fire up my nation any day. No, you didn't. Legolas. Orlando Bloom's okay looking. Orlando Bloom as Legolas. Hot. There's just something about elf ears, long hair, and courage that's alluring lol. Same with Lee Pace in the Hobbit movies. Lee Pace in real life. Good looking dude. Lee Pace as Thranduil. My panties came off. Shout out to everyone who wants to type Lola Bunny but is still too afraid of being judged. Roxanne from Goofy movie. Kim Possible. Sheggo's better BTW. My first fictional crush was Sheggo. I did not understand how I felt about Sheggo. I now know that I felt gay. Very gay. Rogue from the 90s, an animated show. That voice. Damn right. Suga. Agent Fox Mulder. I rewatched some as an adult and he is much funnier than I remembered. Probably because I didn't understand his humor when I was younger. 100%. Mulder and Scully were a great example of respectful adult relationship between a man and woman, and to have that at a time when I was forming my own ideas of how relationships should be was nice to have. Also, he wasn't named Fox for nothing. They were both so attractive. The Little Mermaid. I have a thing for redheads and I feel like it all started there. Bro, same, the only problem being that it would technically be bestiality. Why would you do this to me? Gwen from Total Drama. Sam from Danny Phantom. Nikki from 16. Sheggo from Kim Possible. I see the theme. Yeah, but it's weird, didn't evolve into a goth fetish, it evolved into a punk rocker kinda taste instead. Raven from the original Teen Titans series. Goth girls are still my type. Jude Starfire's sister. Blackfire. Tylee from Atla. Azula for me. I have a thing for evil, badass, powerful, dominant women, and I guess it came from her. She's clinically insane. Honestly, that, in a weird way, added to the crush. Kind of explains a bunch of past relationships I've been in, / Storm from the X-Men. Since then I've always had a thing for powerful women. Are we talking cartoon or movie? If movie it makes sense because Halle Berry. Cartoon. More shape to her figure and a commanding voice. Obi-Wan in the prequels. Weren't we all? Can confirm. I'm straight and I would totally have a rough tumble with him if he would just say those two words. Hello there. Apostrophe. Kelly Kapowski. Goddamn right. I remember not even being able to fathom that a guy could actually be lucky enough to have her as his girlfriend. And that guy was absolutely terrible to her. Because Zach Morris is trash. Pep Le Pew. At 4 years old I didn't have a concept of sex. But I knew there was something going on with that guy. This one made me laugh. May from Pokemon. Dawn 2. Plenty of hentai about all of those characters. Toph from Atla. Yeah. Honestly I thought she was really cute. And I like the idea of having to help take care of someone. Edit. Not that she needed help. Topanga. I feel like this is essentially the Winnie Cooper of the millennial generation. Or Amy Jo Johnson. Aka Pink Ranger. Disney's Robin Hood. What can I say? He was foxy. I was hoping someone else would say this, so I wouldn't feel so weird. Thanks. Random internet stranger. Don't ever feel weird for crushing on animal cartoon characters. There's a whole population of those type of people, Mayo. Nala. Eddie? Wednesday Adams. There's a meme that says basically I have had a crush on Christina Ricci at multiple times in my life. Wednesday Adams. Her character in Casper and Sleepy Hollow. I forget the other examples. Mine hasn't stopped since Casper. Jessica Rabbit. Roger was the luckiest MF ever. Yep. Jessica Rabbit was one of my first crushes. I already knew I liked girls as well as boys by the time I first saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But that was when I learned I like boobs. Like, a lot. Jessica Rabbit is absolutely the reason I'm a breast guy. And love redheads. And long legs. And slinky dresses. My entire damn list of visual stimuli all can be traced back to the first time I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit as a kid. Niles Crane from Frasier. I'm fully aware that this is a ridiculous answer and that I deserve to be shunned. I think it would be worse if you were into Frasier. Niles was a decent choice. Topanga from Boy Meets World. Dude, yes. Huge crush on Aladdin when I was a wee girl. Me too. It didn't help but add fuel to the fire when my parents took me to see Aladdin on Ice. And when it came time for someone to unlock his chains, I was picked to go down and do it. I thought, this is it. Plan my wedding now, folks. This is so cute, haha. Owing Disney your sexual awakening. Either Padmore Princess Leia. Pretty standard but definitely relatable. I first liked Leia more but damn. Padma Natalie Portman in general has my attention. Disney's Robin Hood. Yes. The Fox. The first Pink Ranger. Edit. And no shit. Helluva coincidence, me first wife's name was Kimberly. How many wives you got? Engaged now. Will be second and final marriage. First was the result of being 18 and thinking with my glands. Edit. Spelling. Percy Jackson. Freaking teenager taking his girlfriend to Paris on a date. My gosh. Paris? I don't remember them ever going to France. You sure you're not thinking of Rome? Space Jam Lala Bunny. Basketball chicks are awesome. This is where I too far down. Daphne. Velma. Hermione Granger. Ron was so lucky. I'm surprised it was this far down. Same. Jasmine from Aladdin. I had my room decorated about her. Mom did not know that I was a wee gay, instead just being a princess fan, lol. Wee gay is my new substitute for baby gay. Apostrophe. Hermione. Wendy from Gravity Falls. You'll swoon over Velma so much, but Daphne was where it was at for me. Garrus. I believe you mean Archangel, lol. I want a game where you play as him during his exec days. The Hex Girls, that main goth chick singer from Scooby-Doo. She put a spell on you. Sam, Clover, and Alex. This show needs to be talked about more. Megara from Disney's Hercules. Esmeralda. I think Esmeralda was one of the most daring Disney characters of all time. Actually, screw that. The whole movie was walking a very thin line. Hellfire is barely even coded kid friendly anymore. And I remember that their marketing strategy where I lived involved some very sexy models dressed up as Esmeralda dancing on stages SND handing out free copies of the soundtrack. There were a lot of fathers standing in line to get those for their kids. Let us not forget the scene where she pole dances on stage. She was my first girl crush. Goliath from Gargoyles. He was so buff, and that scowl still melts my heart. Edit. At 29 my tastes have not changed. Buff. Older guys with emotional problems are still my jam. My fictional man harem in order of when they were discovered consists of Goliath, Beast, BT and the Beast, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine specifically, Mad Maximum, Sanglant, Kate Elliott books, Mr. Rochester, Jean Eyre, Maximus, Gladiator, Garrus, Mass Effect, King Leonidas, 300, The Hound, Thor, X, Helldivers, and Gerald, Witcher. I remember being Goliath for Halloween one year as a kid. I had inflatable wings and everything, lol. I used to love that show. 6-year-old me dressed as a middler would have totally awkwardly hit on you. Tuxedo Mask, lol. He was my second crush. Casper when he turned back into Devon Sawa at the end. Truly a formative experience. Can I keep you? Tifa Lockhart. SPZ. Gwen Ben 10. Padmore Bulmer. Gadget from Rescue Rangers. Daria. Jane and Trent. Exclamation mark. 3. Luke Skywalker. Young Mark Hamill was a total babe. Old Mark Hamill is a cool uncle you would love to have. This guy is so cool, and I hope to somehow meet him someday. Maid Marian from Disney's Robin Hood. Shocked him the first one in with Winnie Cooper. Girls in sundresses and headbands will forever melt me. Adult Nala from The Lion King made me feel confused feelings. Adult Kavu from The Lion King 2 also made me feel some weird stuff. At the time I believed I only thought he was cool. But looking back at it, I clearly saw him as more than just a cool character. And considering that nowadays I'm still into gothic bad boys with a soft side, I would say that was probably a homosexual awakening for me. Katara from Atla. Same, but she was quickly replaced by Tylee in season 2. But Suki. Ramona Flowers. I went to middle school with her. She was many of my classmates' first real crush. Did they have to fight her evil exes though? April O'Neil from TMNT. Samurai Jack has still a badass in my eyes to this day. Wesley Crusher. Frodo Baggins. I was in 6th grade when the first LOTR movie came out, and he was the first person I really felt something for, crush or otherwise. Anakin Skywalker and Prince Zuko. I'm so sad I had to scroll this far down to find Anakin. Rizza Hawkey. I like you. Mr. Darcy. BBC version. Shego. Robin from Og Teen Titans. Don't make Starfire jealous. Ginny Weirlie. The movies didn't do her justice. Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. I was in love with him. Miss Honey from Matilda. I turned out to be a lesbian. My first fictional crush, and also first crush in general, was the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Like, dang, why did I have to be a zoophile at age 2? The story/context added so much to his character's hotness though, and he's a really well designed character. Exactly. My Beast crush had a lot more to do with how emotionally unavailable and childish he was than how he looked. Professor Attigan from The Great Mouse Detective. I don't give a shit that he's a rodent. He's smart. He's charming. He's witty. He's voiced by freaking Vincent Price. I'm on the other side of this coin. I only had eyes for Basil. Little Bear from Indian in the Cupboard. Alex Mack. Ami Mizuno/Sailor Mercury, the one with blue short hair. Easy. Fox Robin Hood. Uhura from Star Trek. I always liked Spock. And also Dina from TNG. Yellow Ranger. Thuy Trang RIP. Willy Wonka. Ever since seeing that movie I was and remain to be in love with Gene Wilder. Rest in peace, you magnificent man. Methus from the Highlander television series. He was an X2, the X-Men movie, and I swooned. I remember seeing it in the theater and being one of many who remarked about the fact that Methus was there. Ren. Many men of a certain age will confess to having a crush on Alyssa Milner's character in Hoss the Boss back in the 80s. Wesley Crusher. I know. I'm sorry. Goku. Not for the muscles, but because he was such a sweet guy. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Funny how I did go on to date similar toxic a-holes in young adulthood. Daria. Simba. Luke Skywalker. I was absolutely in love with him when I was 3. Topanga Lawrence. Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mr. Darcy of Pride and Prejudice. Sherlock, Benedict Cumberbatch's version. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Maybe it was the actor. Merry Pippin. Frodo. Legolas. Eowyn. Merida from Brave. I think Kakashi Hatake. Han Solo. So cool. So hot. Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi. The slave outfit is something. Marceline from Adventure Time. Winnie Cooper. Probably April O'Neil. Link. Toph be fun. It's because she was always barefoot, wasn't it? Luke Skywalker when Star Wars came out. I don't need judgment here. Okay. Danny Phantom. I liked Robin. Batman and Robin. The mask. The tights. Oh my. I can't remember which came first, but it was either Wesley from The Princess Bride or Andy Taylor from Home Improvement, played by the delightful Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I'm 90% positive it was Moaning Myrtle. Samurai Jack. MMMMMMMM. Actual crush on a fictional character, and not just the actor who portrayed him. I crushed on Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but not as much on his Home Improvement character Andy. So I'd have to go with Peter Brady, even though the episodes were 20 years old. Captain Von Trapp from The Sound of Music. 25 years later, and am still attracted to older men, arrogant assholes, and acoustic guitars. Aaron Evenster. Liv Tyler was perfectly cast in my mind. Mine was Wonder Woman. Been hopelessly smitten by blue-eyed brunettes ever since. Saria from Ocarina of Time. Sonic. WTF was wrong with me as a kid. Shadow the Hedgehog. The Captain from Treasure Planet. Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. Faye from Cowboy Bebop. Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. Tuxedo Mask. Who for me? It was Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. I remember absolutely geeking out in 2nd grade when I went to Disneyland and I got to meet her lol. P.A.H.H. to be young and in love with fictional princesses. Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Maddie from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Lara Croft. Swiper the Fox. I love bad boys. Johnny Bravo. Wolverine. I started with the cartoon. Then I got into the comics. I wanted to marry him so bad. Honestly, I still would marry him in a heartbeat. Saw a guy dressed as Wolverine at a Halloween parade and followed him for a block and a half before my friends found me. I was 18 at the time. They did not let me live that down. Trinity from The Matrix. Pierce Brosnan in GoldenEye. Dana Scully. My parents said it was Ariel from the Little Mermaid movie, but I remember my first fictional crush being Mary Jane Watson from the Spider-Man series. Redhead either way. Frodo Baggins and his hairy legs. The Goblin King himself. Wowzer. Sitter from the last vampire books. Took me many years after that to put 2 and 2 together on my bisexuality. The young Onslaught from the Lorax movie. Help. Cloud Strife from Advent Children. Sheila from Dungeons and Dragons animated series. Back in '83. Gadget from Rescue Rangers. I'm a fool for blondes. Or Ariel. I'm a fool for redheads. Maybe I'm just a fool. Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. It's a tie between Daphne from Scooby-Doo and Kimberly from Power Rangers. It was around the same time and 25 years ago. Cyrano from Skyrim. Sailor Pluto. My lesbian awakening. My girlfriend. Mine was Kirito. I still don't get why though. Geordie from TNG. I recognized him from Reading Rainbow and was hooked after that. Oh for sure. Every headband I owned was turned into a visor. Soda Pop Curtis. From the book. Bugs Bunny when he dressed up like a purdy lady. Tuxedo Mask. Jareth. David Bowie in Labyrinth. Fucking Ash from Pokemon BC. I was literally 5 LMAO. I wanted to marry him and keep Pokemon. Luna Love Good Easy. Roderick from the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. He's the reason I'm into emo boys now. Benny from The Sandlet. Alyssa Milano in Who's the Boss. Evan Craig as Batgirl. And Julie Newmar as Catwoman. Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.